it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I have a very special Pokemon video I wanted to discuss. Now, as we know, Gen 10 will come out next year, and the few things we will be expecting very soon is obviously the main series Pokemon games with Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. Super excited to get that, especially getting Gekwa from my starter. But throughout the years, Pokemon has been quite experimental when it comes with their own franchises, such as spin-off games for the consoles like Pokemon Cafe, Pokemon Unite. Those are some few that I could think of right now, and along with some few mobile games like Pokemon Go, but also they have been doing very well on the media, such as films, televisions, and anime, of course. So for today, I want to discuss the future of the media of Pokemon to continue off my my video game adaptations and discussions for the future that will come out real soon, because of I mentioned this in my last video game talk about for what video game series will get adaptations for the future, and I said Pokemon, so I decided to make a separate one to discuss a little more for Pokemon, since like I said, Pokemon is very experimental when it comes with their own franchises like spin-offs or media. So without further ado, let's go on ahead and get started on the what will come out real soon for the future of the Pokemon media. Starting off is the obvious thing that we will get very soon for Pokemon, and that's the anime, because of as tradition for each Pokemon generation for the games, there's always an anime to be released for the generation. Like recently we got Pokemon Horizon, the recent anime for Pokemon Generation 9 that features Gen 9 Pokemon. So we will definitely see a Pokemon anime series for Gen 10, of course. And according to the new anime is rumored to come out in 2028. Makes sense, since Gen 10 will come out next year in 2027. Well, around the times like early, mid, or late 2027, as the story of Liko and Roy from the Pokemon Horizons anime will continue on, even on the some smallest points of Generation 9 anime or Pokemon Horizons, and sooner or later, it might end around in 2028, so that way a new chapter for the Pokemon anime or the main anime series will come out real soon. So, yep. However, there are some few ideas or what could happen right after the Pokemon Horizons anime series. So that's why I came up with at least 4 ideas for the Pokemon anime series that will continue off right after the Horizons anime, and when Gen 10 will be released next year. Idea 1, which not a lot of people might not like, but the Horizons anime getting a brand new arc, well, more like a new era for the Pokemon Horizons anime, since we have been getting a lot of the continuation for the Pokemon Horizons anime after the end of the Lockwium arc in the Pokemon Horizons anime, and they are obviously continuing off with the featuring the side games like Unite, Pokemon Go, something like that. So yeah, part of me do think that we might get a continuation and a new era for the Pokemon Horizons anime, but I highly doubt that. So, yep. Idea 2, Ash Ketchum returning. Now, we all miss Ash Ketchum after he stepped out of the Pokemon anime after becoming the world champion, of course. But he is still on the journey to become a Pokemon master. So, technically, his journey he is still continuing. Just we're not following Ash anymore. So, maybe around the future, and since it might be the 30th anniversary for the Pokemon anime, part of me is thinking that Ash Ketchum might return, and we could see him slightly getting older and a little more experience with Ash's new Pokemon, along with Pikachu, obviously, but it's kind of a debatable one. So yeah, it might be a few ideas for if Ash Ketchum did return for the Pokemon anime, which leads out with the other idea. Idea 3, a new Ash Ketchum story, like they rebooted the Pokemon anime with the Pokemon I Choose You trilogy films. You know, the one where they brought up a new timeline with Ash Ketchum and Pikachu. Part of me thinks that they might reboot the Pokemon anime. Well, the original series, of course, and feature Ash and Pikachu on a brand new journey throughout the world of Pokemon, but also feature the Gen 10 Pokemon, like how the I Choose You trilogy featured Gen 7 Pokemon. So I can definitely see a reboot of the Pokemon anime series where Ash Ketchum and Pikachu starts off on a brand new journey. Well, it'll be just like the original and the I Choose You trilogy, but it'll be a completely different story. Like instead of following the same path like in the original anime, it might be like a brand new story and brand new characters, along with brand new companions, along with the brand new Pokemon that Ash might catch, like some few in Gen 10 and maybe even in Gen 9 and a little bit on Gen 8, since in the original Ash only got 2 Pokemon, which is Sirfetch'd and Dracovish, plus some few of the other Pokemon from previous generations like Gen 1 through 7 that Ash would or could have caught in the anime but didn't. So I could definitely see a possibility of a brand new Ash Ketchum timeline for the Pokemon anime. That's just one of the few ideas. And for my fourth and right now my final idea for the Pokemon anime series is we get a brand new character for the anime, along with a partner Pokemon. Since the Pokemon anime did move away with Ash Ketchum and started to feature new protagonists like Liko and Roy, of course, and with Horizons at the start, I can see a brand new main character for the Pokemon anime series, and we'll get a partner Pokemon for his or her journey for what will come for them. So yeah, that's one of the few things that I can definitely see for the Pokemon anime. So right now it's all determined and what will soon to happen real soon, right after the when Gen 10 gets released, and the journey of Liko and Roy will end very, very soon. So right now it's best to wait for the Pokemon anime. I know it's not really a one thing I would really want to talk about, since I'm not really much of the anime fan, but the Pokemon games and the anime is one of the few things I want to discuss for this. So yeah, I just wanted to share my ideas on what could be for the new future for the Pokemon anime. So we'll have to wait and see. So what do you guys think of my ideas? If you have any thoughts on that, then you can leave that down below in the comments. And yep. Now, you actually thought this was going to be all over, right? Nope. I actually have some few other things I want to discuss. Such as the web series anime. You know, the mini series that are released in social media such as YouTube, Twitter, sometimes Facebook. Those types of anime that we watch, those are actually really nice, and I can definitely see those coming out real soon for the future. Like ever since with Gen 8 with the Pokemon Twilight Wings, we have been getting some few of the web series anime, or the little shorts that feature Pokemon, like the Pokemon Hisuian Snow, the Pokemon Paldean Winds, and we may not have gotten a lot for what would the mini-series for the Lumiose arc would be for Pokemon Legends ZA, but we have been getting some few of the Poketoon shorts that feature Mega Evolution, like Gardevoir, Altaria, and Kangaskhan. Yeah, I can definitely see the a future web series or the future web anime series for the Pokemon channel on YouTube or on Facebook, depending on what kind of social media you will do for Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. So, yep, that's one of the few things. And as I stated before, the video game franchises, mostly Nintendo, have been getting into the film business recently, ever since the success with Pokemon Detective Pikachu and the Super Mario Brothers movie, which that film has grossed over $1 billion. And then this year with the Super Mario Galaxy movie, they did it again, and as they grossed another $1 billion. And sooner or later, we'll get a Legends of Zelda live action film. If you want to see that video, that link is down below in the description. And technically, Pokemon, it's its own company, but it has been part of the Nintendo family for a while. Like, it's been featured on the Nintendo merch, the some few of the Nintendo Direct. It was even featured in Pokemon, no, not Pokemon, Super Smash Brothers. So yeah, it would make sense for Pokemon to join the group where we'll get film adaptations real soon. And yeah, if it wasn't for Pokemon with Pokemon Detective Pikachu, the Nintendo films would have been super successful, right? So yeah, that's another thing I want to discuss. Like what would Pokemon also be planning that would go beyond the anime? Like they would make their own films, like return to the film business ever since Pokemon on the Secrets of the Jungle, the last Pokemon anime film, but also teaming up with film companies to make feature-length films or TV shows. So that's why I wanted to make this video, or make it separate from my Pokemon, not the Nintendo franchise talk about, because it is one of the few big things I wanted to discuss. So without further ado, let's go on ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to discuss is the one thing that people have been speculating that, or at least what they were hoping for, and that's the sequel to the live-action Detective Pikachu film. You know, the film that is based out of that Pokemon game, Detective Pikachu, right? Well, I have a feeling that we might not get a sequel to the Detective Pikachu film, mainly because of comparing the film with the detective game. The father was actually found at the near end of the film, and he was featured in the final scene of Pokemon Detective Pikachu, while in the games and the sequel to the Detective Pikachu, The Return of Detective Pikachu, the father has returned. So comparing to these, they are obviously quite separate, but the Detective Pikachu film is have some few concepts of the second Detective Pikachu game. So yeah, part of me doesn't really think that we might get a sequel to the Detective Pikachu film, due to the ending of the film, and so yeah, I don't really see a sequel for the live-action Detective Pikachu film. Next off, and just in case if you didn't know, Pokemon is also teaming up with Netflix to create a live-action series. Obviously, it's going to be completely different than the Detective Pikachu universe, but I did read somewhere that it might be slightly similar to the story of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue series. You know, like the story of Red, who became a Pokemon Master after completing the Pokedex, and his rival Blue. So I can definitely see something like that happening very soon, and basically it's going to be a live-action version of Pokemon Origins, the mini-series of where it also tells the story of Red and Blue. Alright, and the second thing is is that Pokemon is teaming up with Aardman Studios, the same company that did Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run, to create the special series called The Pokemon Tales, The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu, where it'll feature the two Pokemon, the wild duck Pokemon Sirfetch'd and the tiny mouse Pokemon Pichu, on the adventure throughout the lands of the Galar region. Makes sense it would be in the Galar region, since Galar is based out of the UK, and Aardman Studios is from the UK. So so yeah, it's a very exciting series. So I'm definitely excited to watch that real soon, which leads off to this topic. Since Pokemon is teaming up with a media company like Aardman, and I'm saying if because of it could or might happen very soon, the the Pokemon Adventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu is a huge success. I can definitely see Pokemon teaming up with other media companies to continue off making special TV series or even films for the entertainment for the Pokemon fans, and to continue off their experimental journeys for their Pokemon franchises and the Pokemon that will be that can be featured for most of them. So yeah, that's one of the few things I wanted to discuss because of I can definitely see Sirfetch'd and Pichu being a big success because it looks like a very exciting series, and the especially when with two of my favorite things are combined together to form a project together. So I can definitely see Pokemon teaming up with other media companies for films and TV shows and maybe films. And if they do, there is this one idea I thought of that what Pokemon might do if they teamed up with another film company. And that's a Pokemon animated musical film featuring an all-star cast. I know it sounds like a total laugh out loud thing, but trust me, I can definitely see Pokemon doing something like that because of well, Pokemon is experimental and would try new things, especially if they teamed up with a film or animation company to make a Pokemon animated film that is also a musical and features an all-star cast. You know, like Smurfs, one of the few examples, but also the Super Mario Bros. Movie and the Galaxy movie. That features an all-star cast with Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Seth Rogen, Jack Black. Heck, even the Galaxy movie, they feature Brie Larson in there. And even though it's not really a musical, I can also see Pokemon doing a an animated musical to join out like sort of like a Disney movie or a classic animated musical that is super underrated, but a total hit, you know, like Thumbelina or Anastasia, you know, those kinds of films. So I can definitely see Pokemon doing that. So yeah. But if they wanted to do a computer animated Pokemon musical, well, they would have to feature the Pokemon to talk and have no human. So it would most likely be loosely based out of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, where it features talking Pokemon, but it also features no human. And so, yeah, I can see that happening rather than a Pokemon trainer and a Pokemon singing while in battle. That would make no total sense. So yeah, if they wanted to make a Pokemon animated musical film, it would have to feature talking Pokemon and no humans, sort of like with Pokemon Mystery Dungeons or Pokemon Pokopia, where it didn't feature humans. But I also saw that the Pokemon in the game series talked, so yeah, it would be something like that. So yep. And also, I am aware that they did a live action musical stage show. So, but I can see the an animated musical film happening throughout the future real soon. And for the Pokemon that would be featured as the star are for the animated musical, there's one Pokemon that I have in mind that would be a total fit for the animated musical film, and that's Gardevoir. Yeah, the reason why, because of with the appearance and the characteristics that Gardevoir has shown, I can definitely see Gardevoir being the star for the animated musical film, since most animated musical films were mostly princesses, and Gardevoir being all designed with a dress-like thing and with the psychic and fairy type powers. I can definitely see Gardevoir being like the Disney princess star for the animated musical film. So yeah, it does sound silly, but I can definitely see Gardevoir being the star. Plus, Gardevoir is a very loyal and protective Pokemon. So, imagine like if the second Pokemon features like, say like Pikachu, for example. If they went off on the adventure, Gardevoir would be like the loyal friend and be by his side until the very end. So, but right now the Pokemon I do see getting a being the star for the Pokemon animated musical film with an all-star cast would be Gardevoir, as she fits the choice for due to her characteristics and the theming of psychic and fairy typing, plus the yeah, it's just right now it's Gardevoir, but I'm sure I'll come up with some other Pokemon that would also be great choices for the film idea. And like I said, it would definitely feature an all-star cast, including famous singers, of course. So, so yeah, I can definitely see a Pokemon animated musical film with a all-star cast where Pokemon has teamed up with a film company, happening real soon throughout the future, since Nintendo has started out with the film business. And like I said, even though Pokemon is its own company, it has been featured a lot in Nintendo, so I can definitely see a lot more Pokemon adaptations coming out real soon, or future films like the film idea I mentioned. And would I watch that film if it did came out? Yes, I would, because of it sounds like a silly and a crazy, but also a great film to watch. So I would definitely watch that film. And that concludes the part 2 continuation of the Nintendo franchises that I think will get film adaptations, and the future media of the Pokemon series for Generation 10. What do you guys think? Do you have any thoughts on the ideas I thought of, or do you have anything else you have in mind? And if so, you can leave that down below in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends, and comment down below. And then don't forget to check out the last Nintendo franchises that can get it, or could get film adaptations in the future. And don't forget to also follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. like for this video, share this with your friends,
And comment down below what you think of that video.
and don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.